anything to worry about, Charlie Brown. After all, science has shown that a person's character isn't really established until they're at least 5 years old.
But I am 5. I'm more than 5.
Oh well, that's the way it goes.
The only thing wrong with Charlie Brown is his lack of confidence, his inferiority and his lack of confidence, his curiosity, his inferiority and his lack of confidence, his stupidity, his curiosity, his inferiority and his lack of confidence.
Did you know that Charlie Brown has never pitched a winning baseball game? Never been able to keep a kite up in the air? Never won a game of checkers? Never successfully punted a football? Sometimes I marvel at his consistency.
I think that Charlie Brown has nice hands.
It is truly a dog's life. I feel so neglected. Charlie Brown never brings me coffee in the morning.
Hey, Linus! I want you to take a good look at Charlie Brown's face. Would you please hold still a minute, Charlie Brown? I want Linus to study your face. This is what you call a failure face. Notice how it has failure written all over it. Study it carefully. You rarely get to see such a good example. Notice the deep, dull lines and the vacant expression. Yes, I would say this is one of the finest examples of a failure face you're liable to see for a long time.
Some days, I wake up early to watch the sunrise, and I think how beautiful it is, and how my whole life lies before me, and I get a very positive feeling about things. Like this morning, for instance. The sky's so blue, and the sun's so bright, how can anything go wrong on a day like this? me the bag. Bag. I need the bag. There we go. I think that lunchtime is about the worst time of the day for me. Having to sit here all alone. Of course, the mornings aren't so good either. Waking up and wondering if anyone would really miss me if I never went to school that day. Then there's nighttime too. Lying there and thinking about all the stupid things I've done during the day. And the times in between, which I do those stupid things. Well, lunchtime is among the worst times of the day for me. Guess I better see what I got. Peanut butter. Some psychiatrists say that those who eat peanut butter are lonely. And if you're really lonely, the peanut butter sticks to the roof of your mouth. Boy, the PTA sure did a good job of painting these benches. There's that little red-headed girl sitting over there eating her lunch. I wonder what she'd do if I went over and asked to sit next to her. She'd probably laugh right in my face. It's hard on a face when it gets laughed on. Why shouldn't I go over there and sit next to her? I mean, there's no reason why I shouldn't. I can do that right now. All I need to do is stand up. I'm standing up. I'm sitting down. I'm a coward. I am so much of a coward, she wouldn't even think of looking at me. Why shouldn't she look at me? Is there any reason why she shouldn't look at me? Is she so great and I so small that she couldn't spare just one moment to... She's looking at me. She's looking at me.
No, Patty, you're thinking of the other dress. The one I wore to Lucinda's party. The one I'm talking about was that very light blue dress with the design embroidered around the waist. I don't remember that dress. The skirt went out like this, and it had puffy sleeves and a sash like this. Oh, now I remember that dress. Yes, well, that was the dress I was wearing last week when I met Frida.
Lunchtime is among the worst times of the day for me. If that little red-headed girl's looking at me with this stupid bag over my head, she must think I'm the greatest fool alive. But if she isn't looking at me, then I can take it off quickly and she'd never notice. On the other hand, if she is looking at me, it would look dumb taking it off. On the other hand, if I never take it off, I'll never have to know if she was looking at me or not. On the other hand, it's getting hard to breathe in here. She's not looking at me. I wonder why she never looks at me. Oh well, another lunchtime over with. Only 2,863 more to go.
one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Amen.
I think most of us take newspapers too much for granted. We don't really appreciate the miracle that is the daily newspaper. Of course, it's hard to put into words just why one likes a newspaper.
Scientific reports. A blanket is to a child as a hobby is to an adult. Many a man spends his time repairing antique automobiles, building model trains, collecting old telephones, or even studying about the Civil War. This is called playing with the past.
Really?
Certainly, and this is good, for it helps these men cope with their everyday problems. Now, I think it's absolutely necessary for me to get my blanket back. So I'm going to have to give it a good, hard yank. Surprising what you can accomplish with a little smooth talking and some fast action.
Oh, Snoopy, you're such a sweet doggy. I'd love to give you a great big kiss. But of course, I can't.
Curse of a fuzzy face.
Happiness is a fleeting thing, Patty, but I think a man can really come closer to it by directing the forces of his life towards a single goal that he believes in. And I really don't think that it's a selfish thing either. Because by achieving happiness himself, he can help others to find it too. Does that make any sense to you?
We had spaghetti at our house 3 times this week. What would you think, Schroeder, if someday you and I got married and we were so poor you had to sell the piano to buy me saucepans?
Saucepans?
Well, yes. You don't expect me to set up housekeeping without a good set of saucepans, do you?
Saucepans?
Well, girls have to think about those things. Boys never have to think about things like saucepans.
Can't stand it. Just can't stand it.
Hey, Snoopy. Welcome to school. Hi there, fella. Gosh, it's good to see you. Jessie, Snoopy. Snoopy's such a cute dog.
Snoopy's such a cute doggy.
Okay, Snoopy, get back on your doghouse. I'll be out later with your supper.
Here's the fierce jungle ape, pounding his mighty chest, while the other animals cower in the distance. Now he throws back his head and emits a terrifying roar.
I was jumping rope. Everything was all right, and then it all seemed so futile.
I would have made a terrific trophy.
It's not fair! It's not fair! You promised I could have a birthday party, and now you say I can't have one. It's not fair! It's not fair!
You're not using the right approach.
What?
The more you fuss, the worse off you'll be. Why not just go up to Mom and say to her, "I'm sorry, dear mother. I admit I was bad, and you were right to cancel my party." That's much better than ranting and raving. All that does is prove your point.
sorry, dear mother. I admit I've been bad and you were right to cancel my party. From now on, I shall try to be good. I'd rather die.
Faithful and love the country. He quite often liked to take long strolls into the countryside. He loved the peace and the quiet of the country. They were an inspiration to him.
Give me a volume, Papa!
Faithful had it nice.
Hey, Snoopy. Welcome to school. Hi there, fella. Good to see you.
Snoopy's such a adorable dog.
Okay, Snoopy, get back on your doghouse. I'll be out later with your suppers.
I think Snoopy's such a wonderful dog.
I do too. He's just about the best there is.
They like me. I think they're swell. Isn't it remarkable how things turn out so well? Pleasant day, pretty sky, life goes on, here I lie, not bad at all. Cozy home, board and bed, sturdy roof beneath my head, not bad at all. Faithful friends, always near me, bring me bones, scratch my ear. Little birds come to cheer me every day. Sitting here on my stomach with their sharp little claws, which are usually cold and occasionally painful. And sometimes there are so many that I can hardly stand it. Rats! I feel every now and then that I gotta bite someone. I know every now and then that I wanna be a fierce jungle animal crouched on the limb of a tree. I'd wait very, very still till I see the victim come. I'd wait knowing very well every second counts. And then, like the fierce jungle creature I am, I'd pounce! I'd pounce! I'd pounce! Woo! I never realized it was so far down from the ground. Let me see. Where was I? Oh, that's right. The pretty sky. Not bad at all. I wonder if it was snow tonight.
I think I'll walk right up to that little red-headed girl and introduce myself. I think I'll introduce myself, and then I think I'll tell her how much I've always admired her. I think I'll tell her how much I've always admired her, and then I think I'll ask to come and sit next to her. I think I'll flap my arms and fly to the moon.
Yesterday I was a dog, tomorrow
delightful. Blanket and me. It's a cozy sanctuary, but I'm far from necessary, 'cause it's just as self-reliant as before. As a simple demonstration of my independent station, I will go away and leave it on the floor. Yes, I'll walk away and leave it, though I know you won't believe it. I'll just walk away and leave it on the floor. Da, 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 da. Don't ever let me do that again. Got you back again. My blanket and me. I'll try to outgrow it, but meanwhile, it's my blanket and me.
Okay, switch channels.
Forget it. What makes you think you can just come in here and tell me what to do?
These 5 fingers individually are nothing. But when I curl them together into a single unit, they become a fighting force, terrible to behold.
Okay, what channel do you want? Why can't you guys get organized like that?
Linus, do you know what I intend? I intend to be a queen. I'm going to be the biggest queen there ever was. I'm going to live in a big palace with a big front lawn. I'm going to have lots of beautiful dresses to wear. And when I go out in my carriage, all the people will wave, and I will shout at them.
Lucy?
All the people will wave, and I will shout at them. And in the summertime,
Lucy, I believe queen is an inherited title. Yes, I'm quite sure. To be queen, you have to be born into the correct lineage of a royal family and resume the throne after the death of a reigning monarch. I'm sorry, Lucy, but it's true.
and in the summertime, I will go to my summer palace and wear my crown and swimming and everything. And when I go out in my carriage, all the people will. What do you mean I can't be queen?
It's true.
There must be a loophole. This kind of thing always has a loophole. Nobody should be kept from being queen if she wants to be. It's undemocratic.
Good grief.
It's usually just a matter of knowing the right people. I bet with a few pieces of well-placed correspondence, I will get to be queen in no time.
Good grief.
I know what I'll do. If I can't be queen, I'll be very rich. I'll work and work until I'm very, very rich. And I will buy myself a queendom.
What happened to your queendom?
Yes, I will buy myself a queendom. And I will kick out the old queen, and I'll take the whole operation over myself. I will become head queen. And when I go out in my carriage, all the people will wave, and I will...
What happened to your queendom?
Huh?
What happened to your queendom?
Oh, that. I've given it up. I've decided to devote my life to cultivating my natural beauty. 68 Valentines and received 62. This year, I sent 68 Valentines and only received 66. Am I right in blaming this on the zip code?
Here, Lucy, this is for you. Happy Valentine's Day. No, that doesn't sound right. Lucy, this is for you. Here, happy Valentine's Day. Okay, you can do it if you don't get nervous. Lucy, this is for you. Here, happy Valentine's Day. Okay, here she comes. Just don't get nervous. Here, Lucy, this is for you. Merry Christmas. Oh. Say, you dropped something. Say, what's all this?
Valentines. They're for all the boys in our class that we like.
Well, we wouldn't want to lose this one, would we? The one with the initials CV on it.
No, I guess not. Yeah, Craig Gorman will be pretty disappointed.
I can't stand it. Look at them, laughing and enjoying themselves with their Valentines. I sent a Valentine to everybody I know this Valentine's Day, and did I get one in return? No, not one. Nobody likes me. Everybody hates me. I get about as many Valentines as a dog. My stomach hurts. Everything's going wrong. I'm so depressed and I don't know what to do.
I'm sorry to hear that, Charlie Brown. Maybe there's something we can do to help.
I think what you really need to do is just come right out and say everything that's wrong with you.
Do you really think that will help?
Certainly.
All right, I'll give it a try. I'm not very handsome or clever.
Or lucid.
I've always been stupid at spelling. I've never been much playing football. I'm usually awful at parties and dances. I stand like a snake, or I laugh, or I cough, or I don't breathe. Or I get so depressed that I stand and I scream, oh, how could there possibly be one small person as thoroughly, totally, utterly blah as me?
Well, that's okay for a starter.
A starter?
Yes, you don't think that mentioning a few superficial failings is going to do you any good now, do you? By Charlie Brown, you really have to delve.
You're stupid, self-centered, and moody.
I'm moody.
You're terribly dull to be with.
Yes, I am. And nobody likes me, not Frida, or Shermie, or Linus, or Schroeder,
Or Lucy.
or Lucy,
Or Snoopy.
or... Now, wait a minute. Snoopy likes me.
Snoopy only pretends to like you because you feed him. That doesn't count.
Or Snoopy. Oh, why was I born just to be one small person as thoroughly, totally, utterly?
Wait! You're not very much of a person.
That's certain.
And yet there is reason for hope.
There's hope.
For although you are no good at music, like Schroeder, or happy, like Snoopy, or lovely, like me, you have a distinction to me. No one else but the singular, remarkable, unique Charlie Brown.
I'm me.
Yes, it's amazingly true. For whatever it's worth, Charlie Brown.
Lucy. I'm beginning to feel better already. You're a true friend, Lucy. A true friend.
That'll be 5 cents, please. Hi, Fuzzy Face. Stupid.
Hey, Snoopy, how's the fella?
Hey, Snoopy, what's up?
Hi, Snoopy.
Hey, Snoopy.
Hey, Snoopy, how's it going? Good doggy. Good doggy. Snoopy. Good doggy. What is that doggy? Hi, Meadow.
Nobody ever calls me Sugar Lips.
Homework. Yeah. Book report on Peter Rabbit. Report on Peter Rabbit. Peter Peter Rabbit is a stupid book about a stupid rabbit who steals vegetables from other people's gardens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 83 to go. Oh. The other people's name was McGregor. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23.
Examining a word such as Peter Rabbit, it is important that the superficial characteristics of its deceptively simple plot should not be allowed to blind the reader to the more substantial fabric of the deeper motivations. In this report, I plan to discuss the sociological implications of family pressures so great as to drive an otherwise moral rabbit to perform acts of thievery which he consciously knew were against the law. I also hope to explore the personality of Mr. McGregor in his conflicting roles as farmer and humanitarian. Peter Rabbit is as from the start as a benevolent hero, ended in the only because pressure in the moral fabric.
Something should happen. Why does this always happen? I should be outside playing, getting fresh air and sunshine. I work best under pressure, and there'll be lots of pressure. If I wait till tomorrow, I should start writing now. But if I start writing now when I'm not really rested, it could upset my thinking, which is no good at all.
The name of the rabbit was Peter. 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Ha!
is about. How do they expect us to write a book before of any quality in just 2 days? How can they conspire to make life so miserable and so insane in so many ways?
Not to mention the extreme pressures exerted on him by his deeply rooted rivalry, Mopsy, and Cottontail.
Rabbit is this stupid book about a stupid rabbit who steals vegetables from other people's garden.
understand this or not, but sometimes, even when I'm feeling very lonely, I will see something, some little thing that will somehow renew my confidence. Something like that leaf, for instance, clinging to its branch in spite of wind and storm. You know, that makes me think that courage and tenacity are the greatest values a man can have. Suddenly, my old confidence is back, and I know that things aren't half as bad as I make them out to be. Suddenly, I have faith. And I know that with the strength of his convictions, a man can move mountains. And that with my full faith in the basic goodness of my fellow man, I can proceed. I know that now. I know it.
Searching for the infamous Red Baron. I must bring him down. Suddenly, anti-aircraft fire, Archie we call it, begins to burst beneath my plane. The Red Baron has spotted me. Na 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 na, you can't get me. Actually, tough flying aces never say na na. I was just kind of making it. Well, drat this fog. It's bad enough to have to fight the Red Baron in weather like this. All right, Red Baron, come on out. You can't hide from me forever. The sun has broken through. I can see the woods of Monstek below. But what's this? It's a Fokker triplane. Ha, I've got you, Red Baron. You can't escape from me this time. He's diving out of the sun. He's tricked me again. I've got to run. Come on, stop with Camel, go. Let's go, Camel, go. I can't shake him. He's riddling my plane with bullets. Curse you, Red Baron. Curse you and your kind. Curse the evil that causes all this unhappiness. Here's the World War I flying ace back in the Aerodrome in France. He is exhausted, and yet he does not sleep, for one thought continues to throb in his head. Someday I'll get you, Red Baron.
right, team. I want this game to be the biggest and best game of our season. And I want everybody out there playing with every team.
Charlie Brown, I thought up some new strategy. Why don't we tell the other team to meet us someplace? Only it's not for real place. And when they don't show up, we'll win by forfeit. Isn't that good strategy? I don't understand these managers who don't want to use good strategy.
The thing we have to remember is spirit and teamwork. If we really grit our teeth and bear down...
Charlie Brown, is Lucy gonna pitch again? Because if she is, I quit. Do you know what she does? She calls me out for conferences on the mound. I go out there for the secret conference on the mound. And do you know what she does? Kisses me on the nose. Ew.
If we really grit our teeth and bear down, I'm sure we can finish this season.
Perhaps you should be a bench manager.
That's a great idea. You could say, bench do this, or bench do that. Yeah, when we get to the playing field, you could say, put the bench here, or put the bench there.
I can't stand it.
Charlie Brown, what is the sense of playing if we know we're going to lose? I mean, even if there was 1,000,000 to 1 chance we would win, it would make some sense.
Well, there may not be 1,000,000 to 1 chance, but I'm sure there's at least 1,000,000,000 to 1 chance. All right, team. Give me a T.
T.
Give me an E.
E.
Give me an A. A. Give me an M. M. What do you got?
T.
Dear pen pal, you'll never guess what happened to me at the baseball game. It's hard to believe what happened to me at the baseball game. I was the manager, Schroeder was catcher, and all of the team was the same as always, but somehow or other disaster struck at the baseball game. Three balls, 2 strikes, the bases were loaded with 2 men out. I pitched my curve, but somehow he hit it a good, strong clout. Lucy, I hollered, it's coming right to you. She caught it as easy as pie, then dropped it. I don't think it's good for a team's morale to see their manager cry. Snoopy helped out by biting a runner and catching the ball in his teeth. Linus caught flies from the 3rd-story window by holding his blanket beneath. Yes, we had fortitude, no one could argue with that. And 1 run would win us the game as I came up to bat. There is no team like the best team.
Shut up. We're all behind you. Well, sort of. Well, just hit the ball.
This year,
And the championship is ours.
2 strikes and me on base with 1 strike to go. Then I saw her, this cute little red-headed girl I know. Firmly I vowed I would win it for her, and I shouldered my bat and I swung. Aww. Dear pen pal, I'm told where you live is really me quite far. Could you please send directions on how I can get where you are? Your friend Charlie Brown.
Sorry I have to say it right to your face, Lucy, but it's true. You're a very crabby person. I know by now your character is so natural to you that you're not even aware when you're being crabby. But it's true, just the same. You're a very crabby person. You're crabby just about everyone you meet. Yeah, I hope you don't mind me saying this, and I hope you take it in the spirit that's meant. But I think we should all be open to any opportunity to learn more about ourselves. I think Socrates was very right in saying that the first rule in any man's life is know thyself. Well, I guess I've said it out enough. It's offended you or anything.
Well, what's Socrates got to do with it anyway? Who is he anyway? Did he ever get to be king? Answer me that. Did he ever get to be king? Did he ever get to be king? Who was he anyway? Know thyself, huh? Oh, Linus, I'm glad you're here. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Sure, go ahead.
The first one is, on a scale of 1 to 100, 50 is being average, 75 is above average, and 90 is exceptional, where would you rate me in regards to crabbiness?
You're my big sister.
That's not the question.
Yeah, but that's the answer.
Linus, just answer the question.
I know that if I give any sort of answer, honest answer, you're gonna slug me.
Linus, a survey that is not built on honest answers is like a house that's built on the foundation of sand. Would I be taking the time to conduct this survey if I did not expect complete candor in all the responses? Now, I promise not to slug you. What would you give me?
95?
No decent person would be expected to keep their word with a rating over 90. But I guess it's true. I'm a very crabby person. I've been spreading crabbiness wherever I go. It's a wonder I have any friends at all, or even associates. I've done nothing but breed unhappiness. Where did I go wrong? How could I have been so selfish?
What's wrong, Lucy?
Don't talk to me, Linus. I don't deserve to be spoken to. I don't deserve to breathe the air I breathe. I'm no good, Linus. I'm no good.
That's not true.
Yes, it is, and there's no reason at all why I should go on living on the face of this earth.
Sure there is.
Name one. Name one reason why I still deserve to go on living on this planet.
Well, for one thing, you have a little brother that loves you. Every now and then I say the right thing.
Leave.
Leave Club Bill.
Give me back my crayon.
If you don't give me back my pencil, I'll tell Patty what you said about her.
What did you say about me?
Well, he said you were.
We have to rehearse.
What did you say about me?
He said you were. Well, yeah. He said no.
You have to put music in the words. Concentrate. Remember, adagio con brio.
Give me a home where the buffalo roam, where the deer and the antelope play. Give me my pencil! Where seldom is heard or discouraging not on your life. Skies are not cloudy all day. Give me my pencil, you blockhead!
No, not until you promise not to tell me.
a discouraging word. And the skies are night, cloudy all day.
Hey Linus, did you fill out all those forms in school today that Mr. Nadler gave us?
Yeah, I put down my name, my number, and my address.
Well, when did you put the family doctor?
Well, I wasn't too sure, so I put down Dr. Seuss.
My teeth are tingling again. I feel like I just have to bite someone before sundown, or I'm going to start raving mad. And yet, I know that society frowns on such an action. So what happens? I'm stuck with tingly teeth. I hate cats. To me, cats are the crabgrass on the lawn of life. I am a cat hater, a cat loather, and a cat despiser. Oh, some scared cat.
Oh, look! There's my little baby brother Linus with his little baby blanket.
There goes your little baby brother with his little baby blanket. Oh, you know how babies are with their baby blankets.
I am Count Dracula!
Sometimes I think I'll just pull up stakes, move right out of here, broaden my horizons, meet new people. But something bonds me to this spot. Ah, that old supper dish.
Hi, Linus. Where are you going?
Lucy's teaching me. She says that it's an older sister's responsibility to educate their little brother, so she's teaching me.
Come along, Linus.
Boy, is she intelligent.
Do you see this tree? It is a fir tree. It's called a fir tree because it gives us fur for coats. It also gives us wool for the winter time.
Wow, I never knew that before. That's interesting.
This is an elm tree. It's very little, but it will grow up into a giant tree. An oak. Tell how old it is.
No, I don't mean to interfere, Sally, but that's...
And way up there, those fluffy little white things, those are clouds. They make the wind blow. And way down there, those tiny little black things, those are bugs. They make the grass grow.
That's right. They run around all day long, tugging and tugging on each little seedling until it grows into a great big tall blade of grass.
Oh, good grief.
And this thing here, it's called a hydrant. They grow all over, and no one seems to know just how. A little thing like that gives so much water. Do you see that bird? It's called an eagle. But since it's little, it has another name, a sparrow. And at Christmas and Thanksgiving we eat them.
Now, how can you say that, Sally? I'm sorry, but I just can't stand idly by and listen to you.
And way up there, those tiny stars and planets make the rain that falls in showers. And when it's cold,
snow doesn't come up, it comes down.
After it comes up, the wind blows it around, so it looks like it's coming down. But actually, snow comes up out of the ground like grass. It comes up, Charlie Brown. Snow comes up.
Oh, good grief.
Lucy, why's Charlie Brown banging his head on that tree over there?
To loosen the bark so it grows faster. Come along, Linus.
After he's done, my supper dish is empty.
It's supper time and Charlie Brown has forgotten to feed. Here I lie, a withering hollow shell of a dog. And there sits my supper dish, empty. But that's all right. He'll remember when no furry friend comes to greet him after school. Then he'll remember, and he'll rush out here to the doghouse. It'll be too late. There'll be nothing left but the dried carcass of his former friend who used to run and play so happy. Nothing left but the dried bones of his former friend.
Hey, Snoopy, are you asleep or something? I've been standing here for a whole minute with your supper, and you haven't even noticed. It's supper time.
Supper time? Supper time? Behold, the brimming bowl of painted meal, which has been sent forth to ease our hunger. Behold, the flaming flagon moist and sweet, which has been sent to slake our thirst.
Okay, there's no need for a big production. Just get down off your doghouse and eat. Now wait a minute. Hey, you'll spill it all over. Now cut that out! Why can't you just eat your meal quietly and calmly like any normal dog?
So what's wrong with making mealtime a joyous occasion? Do 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 do.
Well, I don't know, Linus. It looks sort of like an airplane the way the lights are blinking on and off like that. Schroeder, is that an airplane or a star?
Well, I believe it's a star, Lucy, but it could be a planet, or maybe even a satellite.
It could be a satellite. I wonder.
Well, we'll never find out by just sitting here.
Where are you going?
Went over there to get a better look.
I like to sit up here after supper time, just listen to the sound of the night. It's so
has teeth marks all over her. She nibbles her pencil. She's human. Gosh, this hasn't been such a bad day after all. Happiness is finding a pencil.
He's always saucy.
Telling the time.
Happiness is learning the whistle.
Tying your shoe for the very first time.
Happiness is playing the drum in your own school band.
Happiness is learning the lies.
Knowing a secret, climbing a tree. Happiness is 5 different crayons, catching a firefly, setting him free. Happiness is being alone every now and then, and happiness is morning. Happiness is morning and evening, daytime and nighttime too. For happiness is anyone and anything at all. That's all by you.
Happiness is having a sister,
Jamming a sandwich.
getting along.
Happiness is seeing every day is through. And happiness is those who sing with you. Happiness is morning and evening, daytime and nighttime too. For happiness is anyone and anything at all. That's
You're a good man, Charlie Brown.
We'd like to thank some of the teachers for helping us with the play. Miss Latanzio, Miss Downs, Mrs. Downs, thank Mrs. Mormon for helping us put the whole thing together.